The Scotts Bluff Police Department is seeking the public's help in regards to a Tuesday night aggravated assault. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Scottsbluff Police Department is seeking the public's help in regards to a Tuesday night aggravated assault. Captain Lance Kite says around 10 p.m., officers were dispatched to the 700 block of East 12th Street, where 3 individuals had been injured with cuts from a knife, and a juvenile had his foot run over by a vehicle. All were treated at Regional West with non-life-threatening injuries.
So if anybody has any information, they can certainly reach out to Crime Stoppers at 632-STOP, or they can contact the Communications Center at 632-7176.
The Scottsbluff Police Department was assisted by the Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Office, the Scottsbluff Fire Department, and Valley Ambulance. Well, 2 women who appeared to be under the influence while in a Scottsbluff drive-thru have been arrested on a variety of drug charges. Court records say police made contact with Brittany Hurt Flores and Deja Sun Rhodes, and during a search for the vehicle, officers found more than 50 suspected fentanyl pills and methamphetamine. Both were arrested on charges including distribution of an exceptionally hazardous drug and possession of a controlled substance. Both were arraigned on the felony charges yesterday in Scottsbluff County Court. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
Welcome back. The number of paid holidays for county employees continues to be an issue for the Scotts Bluff County Board, as commissioners this week sent proposed changes back to the Personnel Committee for further work. As part of an update to the Personnel Manual, the committee had proposed 13 holidays, including Juneteenth, with a half-day for Christmas Eve under certain circumstances, and removing language that would have the county be required to follow state holiday statutes. County Treasurer Heather Hostchild noted the holidays are an important employee benefit, as the county has not been able to substantially increase pay rates.
You know, when you can go over to McDonald's in Scottsbluff and start out at $12 an hour, and I'm starting clerks around $14 an hour, and that's not the lowest step on my scale. It's hard to find employees, and this is the one thing that county employees have, and it's the one thing that they are asking for a guarantee in writing.
Some commissioners expressed concern by a perceived lack of give and take, with Mark Reichert commenting his constituents don't support an additional day off, and Mark Harris saying, as he has in the past, that he believed 12 set holidays were enough compared to the private sector. All other changes to the manual were approved, but the holiday issue was sent back to the committee, which is tentatively set to meet again on May 12th. Well, bird flu has made its way to Nebraska's Panhandle. The Nebraska Department of Agriculture reported this week that the 5th case of avian influenza had been confirmed in a small backyard flock in Scottsbluff County. State veterinarian Roger Dudley said in a department news release that the farm had been quarantined and the birds, a mix of chickens and waterfowl, have been killed and incinerated. The department is also setting up more than a 6-mile surveillance zone around the property per federal agriculture department policy. The highly contagious virus has spread from flock to flock since February, and nearly 23 million birds have been killed across the U.S. to limit the spread of the virus. And criminal justice reform will likely have to wait another session of the Nebraska legislature, as supporters of such measures were unable to overcome a filibuster on Wednesday. Among many other provisions, LB 920 would have narrowed sentencing ranges depending on the seriousness of an offense, created statewide standards for early probation discharge, and modified drug possession thresholds for misdemeanor charges other than marijuana. Senator Anna Wishart said the bill would help address underlying issues leading to overcrowding by using the Criminal Justice Institute report and recommendations, something done in other states such as Utah.
They went through the steps, and this conservative legislature passed the full package of recommendations, and they saved millions of dollars in spending because they were able to build a smaller correctional facility. This could be us, colleagues.
Senator Julie Slama, who opposed the measure, said Utah is a good example, as that state is already looking at an expensive expansion of their new, smaller prison because projections of fewer prison inmates did not materialize.
Right now, Utah is stuck considering a multi-million-dollar upgrade to their new prison. So they're opening a new prison that is underbuilt because of these projections. So when it comes to smart approaches, I absolutely think we should look to Utah's example because they're staring down the barrel of additional expenditures because they underbuilt based on these projections.
An effort to end debate on Slama's motion to bracket the bill until April 20th failed to garner enough votes, which will prevent the measure from coming up again this legislative session. Well, coming after the break, Bill Boyer says those gnarly wind gusts will soon blow themselves out of the region. It's got your Thursday evening forecast right after this.
There are times in life when you just have to say, this is a no-brainer, and we are doing it. And right now is one of those times. Renewal by Andersen makes the best windows you can get. They have more 5-star customer reviews than anyone in the industry. And right now you can get Renewal by Andersen windows with no money down, no interest, no payments for a full year with approved credit. A full year. Book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com. Renewal by Andersen, this is one of those times in life. It's a no-brainer. We're doing it.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, we're going to be dealing with skies that are still going to be clear, but windy conditions early, and then finally a relaxing of winds as we go through the evening and overnight hours, and we're finally going to get a break after 9 o'clock tonight as those winds die down, that high wind warning expires. A very nice day Saturday coming up. Storm looking more and more likely, though, for next week. 49 yesterday after a morning low of 27. Nothing new in the rain gauge. Still about a 0.3 of an inch below normal for the month and year. Here's temperatures. Boy, it is chilly out there. Yes, we have some temps that are in the low 50s, upper 40s for the most part, but those winds are still howling. 20, 30, 37 sustained right now in Ogallala with gusts to 54 there. We've had these gusts 60, 70 plus miles an hour again today. That's 3 days in a row. So even though we have temps in the 40s to low 50s, our wind chills are mainly in the 30s out there as we go through the evening. We continue to have high wind warnings out, not only for our area, but for areas to our east. Quite a bit of Nebraska under high wind warnings, as you can see here. Most of the Cornhusker State, except the far southeastern corner, under high wind warnings. Those will continue until 9 o'clock tonight, and then we're going to get a break. And that's what we see here in our future cast in terms of winds. We're going to see wind gusts maybe up to 50, 60 here early, then quickly diminishing winds down into the 20 to 30 mile an hour range by the time you go to bed tonight. And then by the time you get up tomorrow, it looks like We're not even going to be dealing with wind gusts later on in the overnight hours. That is a huge change from where we've been. It is going to be clear, though, overnight. We do know that. There's not much going on out here in the weather-wise. It is going to be quiet, and winds decreasing tonight with lows down into the low to mid-20s. For tomorrow, we're dealing with sunshine, really, for the most part. Lots of that out there. Not much going on. The system finally pulled away from us, and it took all the clouds with it as well, which is good news because we could use the break here across the region, and we need the winds to go with it, and it certainly did. All the clouds, all the winds move away tomorrow, and the first of 2 nice days in a row. Temperatures rebounding, mainly in the 60s, some 50s in the eastern third or so of our region, but most of us in the mid-60s for tomorrow. Precip, none coming over the next 36 hours, and rain or snow. That will change in our extended forecast, though. 24 tonight, windy early. Finally, gusty winds diminish, and lows down around 24. Winds 20 to 30, becoming about 10 to 15 after midnight. Sunny, not windy tomorrow. That's the big headline. Not windy. And the mid-60s out there, that looks great. Saturday looks pretty good, too. Could see a couple of showers late. It's certainly not going to impact most of Saturday. And then Sunday, we already turned windy in advance of another system coming in that's going to maybe bring us some showers on Saturday night. Monday is going to be in the 50s, and then by Monday night, we bring in some rain and snow showers and wind that's going to be around for Tuesday, and then into Wednesday. I think it will all turn to snow. Could be dealing with some accumulating snow here in the region. And those temps on Tuesday, if they don't get that warm, we may stay more in the form of snow as well. And the system moves out a little bit, still remains windy, though, into Thursday, and much colder temperatures for most of the week next week. That colder air next week going to have some staying power with it.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
Welcome back. For this week's featured pet of the week, we meet Maverick, a 3-year-old German Shepherd mix that needs a great forever home. This is Maverick, and he needs you to be his goose and rendezvous at the Panhandle Humane Society. Staff says he's a great dog, but his ideal home would be one without small children. His adoption cost is $150, and that includes his neuter, microchipping, and vaccinations. Plus, whoever adopts Maverick will also receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling him right away.
The 5055E from John Deere features the value of choice with a cab or open station, two-wheel drive or mechanical front-wheel drive, and transmission options, in addition to easy-to-use controls and loader compatibility. All of this is backed with a 5-year powertrain warranty. The only thing easier than owning a 5E is operating one. See your John Deere dealer for details.
Visit 21st Century Equipment with locations in Scotts Bluff, Torrington, Bridgeport, and Alliance. Developing solutions, delivering success.
let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff City Council took time this week to honor a longtime employee who recently retired. HR Director Jana Bode stepped down after 33 years with the city, and interim city manager Kevin Spencer took time to recognize her and all she's done over those past 3 decades. Bode thanked everybody and says it's been quite a ride.
I was given a lot of opportunity and I really appreciate it. It's been a great ride, the ups and the downs and everything. I could write a book, but nobody believe it. But thank you so much, I appreciate it. You have the best team of staff working for the city of Scottsbluff, and they'll take you in the right direction. Thank you.
Spencer says Bode started with the city in 1989 as a cashier and quickly worked up the ranks before becoming HR director in 2011. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.